is we doing? How is we doing? Brightness always be trying to turn off when I don't need it to. How are we doing? How are you feeling on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night that you are here with me? How are you feeling? How is your physical body? How is your spirit? How are you feeling emotionally? Part of the reason I ask these questions at the beginning of my videos is A, to check in with you. And it's a really nice, intro. But I also ask because these are good questions for yourself to ask. No matter what time of day or time of evening when you are viewing this video, those questions are also 1 minute and 11 seconds as I say this. Those questions are also questions that are very beneficial to you to ask yourself as you're kind of moving through your day. To ask yourself, how am I feeling? How am I doing? What is my dominant thought right now? You know, where are my thoughts at? What's going on with that? Because for me, personally, I find that I'm a lot less likely to be caught off guard by rogue emotions or, negative feelings and things like that when I'm consistently checking in with myself. Because what checking in does is it makes your mind aware of what else is happening within you. And this is actually one of the first keys to self-awareness. Believe it or not. 2 minutes and 2 seconds as I say that. So at the time that you are watching this, I believe it is the 27th. I believe it's the 27th, depending upon where in the world you're watching this. And it is the 27th of February, so we have, I believe, one more full day, 2 minutes and 22 seconds as I say that. I believe we have one more full day of Love Month. But I think next month will also be Love Month because let's keep these good vibes going, I always like to show my little rose quartz tree, at the beginning of my videos so we can set the tone for loving intention. The love between you and I, the love between yourself and the collective, myself and the collective, your love for your spiritual team, my love for mine, your love for self, my love for self. It's important. And then also, something that I should have been having repeatedly, 3 minutes and 3 seconds as I say this, over the past couple of hours is water. I have not had enough water today, I can tell you that. Have you had water today? If you have, I'm so proud of you. Right on. If you haven't, that's okay. I'm not here to judge you or beat you up about it. But now's a good time for you to get some water. And have some water with me as you're watching this video. Make 3 minutes and 33 seconds as I'm about to say this. Make your priority listening to this video, drinking some water, and taking care of yourself. Sorry, I can't talk. For those of you who are new here, hello, my name is Yasha. I do these videos, a part of my Soulful Yapping series. I do these videos every night, and I've been doing them every night for 2 months. And essentially, I sit here and I yap with you guys, or I yap to you guys about my day, my realizations. Sometimes I talk spiritual stuff. Sometimes I talk. No, sometimes I talk, heavy topics. Sometimes I give advice. Most of the time I yap about my day and my special interests. So that's what we do here. But sometimes there's some really solid information in there that could be very helpful, is what I've been told. These videos are unscripted as always. They sometimes feel a little scripted just because the beginning intro is just so natural at this point. And then kind of the things that I say at the very end feel right to wrap up my videos. But everything that's in the videos, unless I am moved spiritually, it's not scripted. So if you're seeing this video for the first time and you like the vibe and you're looking for something specifically spiritual, I have a playlist on here on YouTube that is the Spiritual Biddies playlist, where I do tarot card readings and oracle readings and all that stuff, if that's what tickles your fancy. So yeah, so let's get into it. Y'all, I had an amazing day. My sister got back yesterday. And so this morning we essentially just kind of sat up together and we talked, because she is now on break. She's in between classes. So she's on break for a couple of days. So she's just going to be chilling out at the house and like going to see friends, you know, because her last class was very time and energy intensive. They were doing a lot of work building a film set, you know, painting it and putting things together, bringing in actors, casting, all of that stuff. So they did all of that for one of their classes, and it was a bear on quite a few of them. So on my sister and her people. 5 minutes and 55 seconds as I say that. So there are some of you who may be going through it right now, like you're really putting in the work. Just hang in there. Just hang in there. If right now you find yourself doing a lot of work and you're really on top of it right now, it's okay. It's all right. Rest is coming. You will have a break. A break will come up. So I got to talk with her today, and that was really fun. And then after that, I went ahead and played some video games and went ahead and did like a little baby amount of marketing for the live stream that I did tonight on Twitch, where I played a couple of video games. It was very fun, very fun. I am practically brain dead at this point though, because that is the longest live stream that I have done to date. And when you don't do something frequently, you don't have the stamina for it, you know? And this is one of the reasons why, for some of you who are doing things for the first time and you're working on things, you're, you know, bringing in a little bit of the stuff your inner child likes, and you're doing it and you're finding, oh, I'm kind of tired after doing this for the first time. It's just because your body's not used to it. Your mind is not used to it. Your emotions are not used to the new things that you are currently doing. So this is why we do it, you know, and we practice a little bit at a time. And if there are things that you're hoping are going to lead to success in the future, this is how you're building up stamina to be able to do those things more consistently and more often. But it was amazing. So today was essentially the first time that I did a live stream in the evening. Usually, last week I did 2 separate live streams and I did them during the day. And so this week I'm doing them at night. So I have another one on Friday that I'll be doing Friday night. And I'm very excited for that one, because I think I'm going to play at least one game that I haven't played on stream before, and I'm very excited about that. But I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that process, because it was really interesting kind of what happened mentally, and I have a feeling that it's going to connect. 8 minutes and 8 seconds as I say this. I have a feeling it's going to connect with someone or a couple people watching this video. So here's the thing. I am not a professional streamer. For those of you who are watching this video and you have no idea what that is, essentially they're people who they play video games for a living, and they go on a website called twitch.tv, and this website allows them to stream live video game footage, either of just the video game or the video game in themselves. Like, they can put their face in like a corner of the video game, and when I tell you that it is incredibly fun to watch, it's fun to watch as a viewer. And so I kind of, when I was in college, I started watching people stream video games, and I knew that it was a thing, but primarily I watched YouTube videos. I watched edited YouTube videos of people streaming video games. And this year is the very first time that I have started the process of doing live stream video gaming things. And if you don't watch video games, that's not your thing, here's why this connects with you. Because what I'm doing is essentially the purpose that I have chosen for myself. It is something that vibes with me. I've never been passionate about work at all. About work, period. Human resources, I've been passionate as far as the change I want to see in the world, but passionate as in, oh, I could do this for free. I've never had something like that before, that I could just keep doing and do it for free and enjoy it and just do it for free. I've never had one of those things. Streaming video games, where I get to play video games and talk to people who join the different, like the chats, who they're typing messages to me as I'm playing and I can read them out loud. And as I am playing and reading their messages, people are watching me live in the moment. That does something for my inner child. It's a life that she's always wanted. Even back when I was like 13, 14, playing video games in the living room on my dad's console that he bought because he enjoyed video games. And, you know, we went and we picked out a couple video games, but he was kind of like the head of stuff, sitting there and playing video games. I never thought in my life that I would be able to play video games and stream them live. That was something that I saw other people doing. Other people did that. Other people had the computer set up. Other people had all the tech that they needed to stream. Other people had that. I didn't have that. And for you watching, for some of you watching, you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get from where I am at now to where I want to go. I have no idea how I'm going to be a performer and how I'm going to tour the country playing my music and sending my message. I have no idea, some of you are thinking. But let me tell you, you all are watching. Those of you who have been with me since I first started these videos 2 months ago, you were there at the very beginning when I essentially was saying, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have things that I like. I have things that are interests, hobbies, but I don't know what I'm doing. And I still kind of sort of don't know what I'm doing. I just know that it's kind of in the realm of things I want to do. It's interesting because as I've been setting up to stream, there's software you have to download. There are things that I look up, right? And because of the way that the algorithm on YouTube works, the more you look up about a particular topic, the more they give you about a topic, and the more ads you see, the more commercials on YouTube you see concerning these topics, because I don't pay for YouTube Premium. 12 minutes and 12 seconds as I say that, because right now my money is in escrow, meaning that it's not in my bank account just yet, but it's there floating around. So I've been getting a lot of ads. How to monetize your stream. How to stream and get thousands of followers and subscribers. How to do all of this stuff. I saw a commercial today that was like, are you worried that your content's not getting out to enough people, and the AI that's coming out, are you nervous that you can't keep up with the times? Buy my workbook, or buy this or buy that so that it can help you. And I skipped the shit out of that ad. Skipped it so damn fast, and I'll tell you why. Because while I can appreciate what YouTube's algorithm is doing, I'm not moved to do any of that. I'm just not. And it's a crazy feeling to go from, at one point in my life when I was trying to sing, I wanted to perform all over the world years upon years ago, and I was trying to monetize everything. I was trying to figure out, how am I going to make money doing this? I had half of the people in my life on one side telling me, do what makes you happy, don't worry, the money will come. And then all the other people were saying, oh, you have this amazing gift, people will throw money at you to do this, here's how you can monetize it. And it was such a stressful situation to be involved in, because at no point was I enjoying it at that point. At no point. Like, there were moments when I was on stage where I enjoyed singing, but those moments were brief. All of the prep time was not fun for me. The being on stage was fun, and then coming off of stage wasn't fun. 14 minutes and 14 seconds as I'm saying that, because that was the time for me to critique everything that I did and figure out what I need to do to fix it so that it can be easily, more easily digestible for the public. Ooh, elbow. But tonight, I streamed from 8 to about 10:30ish, 11, I think. Maybe 12. By the time I got done, I think it was like 4 hours and 30 minutes. So 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. So it was probably maybe 12, 12, 15, somewhere in there. And at no point during the stream was I thinking about monetizing. I was happy getting set up as I put on my outfit, as I put on my wig, as I put on my jewelry, as I set up the camera, as I was setting up the lighting and stuff. I was not thinking about how I was going to monetize it. I was just thinking about the fun that I was going to have on stream. 15 minutes and 15 seconds as I'm saying that. And I sat there playing video games and talking to the chat for 4.5 hours. I've never thought that I would have the stamina to do something like that. Never thought that I'd have the stamina. But in doing these videos every night, I have been training to sit and to talk consistently for at least an hour. And tonight was the first time, 4.5 hours. And you know what's interesting? I am tired. I am brain dead. I am going to sleep in tomorrow. And then I'm going to get to creating thumbnails for the videos because I did recordings. So for those of you here on YouTube, those recordings, if you're interested in watching them or skipping through them and seeing what that was about just a little bit, those will be posted. One of them will be posted tomorrow. The other one might be posted on Saturday or Sunday, or maybe I'll wait till Monday to post that one. But I had an amazing time. And I'm tired now, like I'm brain dead. But I think this is one of the first times that something that I considered work that I did was fun. And I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I ended up defeating a level in a video game that I've been playing for a minute now. Roblox Doors. And I knew that once I got past a certain level, I was gonna be able to go into a new location. And I did it on stream in front of 2 amazing people. More than 2 actually, because there were a couple people lurking who were not commenting, but they were watching. There were people watching who were not commenting, but they were there for almost the entirety of the stream. And my bestie was there. Hi honey, thank you for being there, I appreciate you. And somebody who has been watching these videos for a long time now, Oda, thank you for being there. And you guys really made that stream for me. Regardless of who came in and was viewing and who left and who commented and who didn't, having the 2 of you there was amazing. You didn't have to be there. I would have gone through it because I'm actually pretty good at talking to myself, as you can see. But having you guys there for me to complete that game, it wasn't just completing the game. And I am gonna cry about it. I'll probably cry about it before I go to bed. I might start crying now. I didn't bring any tissues. But completing that game, going from not being able to finish the game and getting so close yet being so far away, to completing the game, 18 minutes and 18 seconds as I'm gonna say this. I don't know whose lucky number that is. But I didn't just finish the game. I finished my first official stream in the time that I was like, okay, this is comfortable for me. Around 4 hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes is comfortable. 4 hours is like a little, I'm getting a little tired, but that's right now because I have the stamina. But it was like, I have now streamed during the day and I have streamed at night. So I've done both. I've worked both shifts. I've worked a daytime shift and a nighttime shift, essentially. And I know, as opposed to my 9-to-5s that I used to work, it's not an 8-hour shift. But for a lot of the work that I did in my 9-to-5s, I didn't really have to talk and deal with people so much because it was corporate. So I did human resources. So most of my stuff was on the computer, and I would interact with coworkers. But for the most part, I didn't have to deal with clientele a lot, except for the days where we did onboarding stuff. But those days were fun. But anyways, I got really emotional because And then Oda, you said, wow, like, Yasha, you're actually really good at this game. Like, you're good at this. And I thought about it afterwards. Oh my god, guys. A vulnerability moment. I thought about it afterwards, and my inner child was like, we did it! We did it. We've been wanting to do this for so long. And I thought that if I was going to do this, I would be in a relationship with a man who could show me how to do it. I never thought that I could do this single. All of the tech stuff that I'm not very good at. And then there was a puzzle game. And I'm not great at puzzles. And again, thank you, Oda, for helping me. Because I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, oh my god, I'm so stressed. I was sweating up under my wig. I'm glad I was wearing oils, so it wasn't stinky in there. I was sweating, but it smelled great. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I should have lit some incense. I have never been this happy doing something, guys. I've never been this happy. And this is what I want you all to experience. Doing the things that light that fire in you, even if at first when you're doing it for free. Because you're practicing. Because you're not there yet. Because you're working towards it. You're building up your stamina. You're building your emotional strength. You're building up your spiritual strength. You're building up your physical strength. You're practicing and you're doing all of these things so that as more weight and more responsibility comes, because with all the things that we want to do, there's responsibility with it. Whether it's owning a business, whether it's creating music and art, whether it's being promoted at a job, whether it's raising a family, whether it's, anything that we do, anything and everything that we do comes with a responsibility attached to it. It's just a matter of how much responsibility can we handle and how much do we want to handle. And so for what you're doing in your life right now, everything that you're doing and everything that you've been doing has actually been preparing you, 22 minutes and 23 seconds as I'm saying, it's been preparing you for the thing. Every little thing that you've been doing has been preparing you for the thing that is on your path that your spirit has always wanted to do, but maybe even you haven't locked into it. For those of you who are just supposed to be here, you're not supposed to do anything except observe. Everything in your past has been preparing you for that lifestyle. But Yasha, how could you say that? How could you say that because I've been busting my ass and working this whole time and I was supposed to be relaxing? You're going to appreciate relaxing a whole lot more because you did bust your ass. People who are privileged enough to have had a life where they haven't had to struggle or do anything, they don't know anything else. They cannot be grateful for the ease that they have, which is why you see a lot of people who came from places of ease, they kind of start to self-destruct. Either they go the route of, I want to help people and I want to help humanity. I want to do something. I've never struggled, but I see other people struggling and I want to help. And I think that's great. Or they go down the path of kind of self-destructing because they haven't had to work for anything. Or they sometimes go into the, I want to be persecuted. I want to go through, I want to have problems because it feels bad to feel like you've been handed things your entire life while other people are struggling. Some people don't mind it, but a lot of people that I've met and that I've seen talk about the fact that they have not struggled like other people have struggled. And it does feel weird to them that they live like this life of ease. And I don't know, I think human beings just find it hard to relax, just in general. So for those of you who you are meant to relax, you are meant to simply be in your season of receiving, 24 minutes and 24 seconds, as I started saying that, your life is prepping you for that. Everything that you've been doing are bricks building up that strong home where you're supposed to be. So for me, I thought that my stage presence that I had was training me to sing in front of all these people. No, my stage presence was essentially teaching me how to lock it in even when I'm scared, to present and speak publicly even when I'm scared, even when I'm nervous. The singing and the messing up and the perfectionism and learning that perfectionism, like being perfect, is impossible, all of that prepped me for being live online, where your mistakes are right there where people can see them, and they can chat and they can tell you that they saw your mistake. And in fact, one of the things you can do on this website that I use to stream video games live is you can clip things. 25 minutes and 25 seconds as I say this, so somebody needs to hear this. People can clip things that I do or say, meaning that as things are happening in the stream and as they go back and they watch the stream that is uploaded to the page later, it uploads automatically. People can go into that video, they can see a mistake that I made, and if they wanted to, they could clip it and they could post it everywhere. Everywhere. And the only reason I'm okay with that is because of the fact that I was okay making mistakes before I started this. Because I started doing these authenticity videos where I would say things and I'd watch the video back later and be like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but it's too late, it's already posted. So I've had 2 months of practice of just saying whatever comes to my mind and just putting it out there and being honest and being vulnerable about where I'm at and who I am. And so that's what y'all are doing right now. You are currently kind of in a training scenario. 26 minutes and 26 seconds as I say that. You're in a training environment where it is preparing you for the real as it hits. And some of the real, it hits in pieces. For some of you, it's little bit by little bit. And you don't really feel it and you don't really think anything's happening until you look back on it and you're like, I walked how many miles? Some of you, it is going to hit you all at once. And I don't know what dictates that, honestly. I don't. I know for me, I'm really happy that my journey has been gradual. Because I appreciated tonight so much. There was a period of time where when I first was posting vocal videos, like vocal covers, I would only get maybe 2 likes or 3 likes on it, and it would take me out. Weeks would go by where it'd only have 5 likes, and it would take me out because I was like, it's not getting out there, people aren't seeing it, people don't like it, me. And I was so sad about it. I was so sad. I'm not mocking myself, but I was sad about it. And now, because of the frequency with which I post videos, because I do this every night, I don't have time to sit down and think about how many people are viewing my page. How many likes am I getting per video? What comments am I getting? Now, there was that one time where I was really disappointed, and something interesting did happen tonight. I enjoyed the entire stream, the entire 4.5 hours. I started to get burnt out on the crime scene cleaning game because the music just wasn't bumping. I was like, I need different music. So for the crime scene cleaner game, I might have to play my own music when I play that game. Because to me, if the music ain't banging, I can't be banging on with the cleaning products, you know? I think I'm going to take a break on that series, though. Because the cleaning sessions, those can go on for a while, but what was I saying? Be patient with me. Hold on. What was I saying? The whole time I was enjoying myself. Oh, yes, something interesting happened. So after I hit the button to, end the live stream, I looked and I saw, because what happens is on Twitch, it will immediately pull up all of the analytics of what happened with your video. And for those of you that don't know, analytics are essentially the key performance indicators. They're the metrics for your videos. So this video that I'm posting, that you're watching right now, on the creator dashboard, on the creator web page of these videos, for those of you that don't know this, it shows me how many likes the video will get. It shows me if people commented. It shows me how long people stay and watch the video. It shows me what key stamps on these videos people tend to view or rewind, if they rewind at all. It shows me when people will leave. It shows me how well the video is doing or how it's not doing. And it'll even show me the demographics of who is liking it, because a lot of the, when you sign up for a YouTube account, it will ask you, I think, what country you're from. And so sometimes people will say that they are male or female. They'll sometimes put their birthday in YouTube. And then sometimes, because of the country, it can tell me where a lot of people are watching. A majority of the people watching my videos are from the US, which is actually pretty exciting because I have some people who watch my videos who are from South Africa. Hello to South Africa. But a lot of my people from the US are watching, and the reason that is an honor is because the United States is a little spoiled when it comes to content, because a lot of people historically, this is not so much the case anymore. I mean, maybe it is. I haven't done any research. But historically, a lot of people came to the US from where they were because this was the place to get big. Because America has always been, the United States of America has always been like a melting pot, this is where people wanted to come to become Beyonce, to become Britney Spears, to become these big actors, you know, to become like ex-gamers, to become really big business tycoons. A lot of people came over here to do that. I don't think a lot of people do that much anymore because the value of our dollar is going down. And we all see what's happening with America right now. But, you know, politics aside, I think America has always been spoiled when it comes to talent. You know, there were a lot of talented people who did not blow up here. They blew up elsewhere because America had a lot of talent at the time. I mean, there was one year where like 5 or 6 #1 albums came out all at the same time years ago. And they were all, and I forget who it was, but they were all topping the charts, all of them. And so people like Nat King Cole, a jazz artist, he is very popular. For those of you that don't know jazz, Nat King Cole sang Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. He's very big with like the Christmas stuff, usually during Christmas time. Look for him, you'll see his face. Nat King Cole, amazing. And he actually tried to, many years ago, he tried to get popular here in the United States, and because of the way that black people were treated here, they were like, nah, we're not really looking for you. We're looking for people who are lighter in skin tone, and we're not trying to fuck with you like that. And then he went out of the country and blew up. And then the United States wanted him back. And they were like, ooh, so we see that your value has shot up. You're making all this money in other places and people actually like you. Please come back. That's been the story for a lot of artists here in the US. And I think it's because the United States is spoiled with the amount of talent that we have here. Like the amount of people who come here and specifically go into entertainment. But, so that's why I'm super grateful for seeing people who are, you know, here in the United States are interested in my content. Like, it's an honor for anybody to be interested in my content. Anybody from anywhere in the world. I think here is just interesting because when I first started doing music stuff, I wasn't getting a lot of love here. I was getting it from Japan and I was getting it from Germany. And so it's just really cool, you know, to be in a place where things have kind of changed a little bit. But I started saying all that, I think because, oh yeah, the analytics. So I'm looking at the analytics, right? And I started to get a little disappointed because of the numbers I was seeing. 33 minutes and 33 seconds as I say that. And so you may be a little disappointed with the numbers that you're seeing or the lack of reaction from people when you tell them that you're doing something. If you're sharing with your friends and your family, I'm doing this, and you're not getting a lot of support, something that I've been hearing a lot is we tend to get more support from strangers than we do our own family and friends. And it's because strangers see what we have and it's new to them. It's fresh to them. And they're like, oh, I want to see where this person goes. Whereas our family and friends, they kind of take our talent and our skills and what we offer, our art, they kind of take that for granted because they're around us all the time. So it can be hard when you're looking at your, like, if you're trying to market yourself. So like today was the first time I think I have marketed for one of my streams. I actually went into Canva and I created like a little post, like a cute little post that said, you know, streaming at 8 p.m. You know, it was really cute. I liked it and I saved it because it's my first little marketing cartoon little marketing thing for that. And looking at the analytics, I was a little disappointed because I was like, man, I wish that there had been more viewers. I wish that there had been more people chatting. I wish. But what I did was I got it from my computer. I shut it down. I got out of my gaming wig, my angry wig. I talked about the fact that I love Shrek and Rumpelstiltskin is my favorite villain in the Shrek movies, and I honestly think this is the reason why I have this obsession with getting wigs, because he had a wig for every event, for every mood. I love that idea. But I got up, I closed my laptop because I had to have my laptop on so that I can see the stream, because since I only have one monitor in front of me, I cannot see the stream. I can't see really anything outside of what I'm playing, and the video games that I play, they blow up full screen when I try to, do them. And I was a little disappointed, but luckily my family had eaten dinner, and my dad had gone to sleep, and my sister was chilling, and my mom was doing some work. So I went in, and I usually, not all the time, but usually I'll clean the kitchen. So I went in and I was cleaning the kitchen, and as I was doing so, I was talking quietly to myself, and I was reviewing, and I was like, what part was the most fun? At what point did I start getting tired? Did I laugh? Did I enjoy myself? How am I feeling now? Would I do it again? And I just talked to myself. I finished cleaning the kitchen, and then I was like, you know what, even though it's like 1 a.m., I'm gonna take the trash out. So I emptied all the trash cans, and I took a nice walk. I threw on a hoodie and my slides, and I went to take the trash out, and I just basked in the night, the crisp night air. And I was like, this is amazing. I talked to myself all the way to the dumpster and all the way back. And I was able to step back from the analytics. I was able to take a step back from the responses from people, from the idea of being bigger and blowing up overnight and all of that stuff. And I was able to just enjoy the feeling of completing a 4.5-hour stream, completing something that I have seen other people do for years, and I've wanted a piece of that. I'll take a piece of that action. I have wanted a piece of this for so long, and I finally did it. Now, some people might say, well, yeah, like, you're not that close to monetizing, and you don't have this, and the month is almost over, and you only stream this many times. What I'm doing right now is training. It's training. Yes, it's content that I'm creating. I'm building a library of content, so as things start picking up, as more people get online, as more people are, interested in, finding my content, and the more people are interested in it, there will be a library of stuff for them to watch. You know how many people who I find on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, I really like this person. Somebody who games on, who has clips on TikTok, who I enjoy watching, is somebody, I can't remember his name, but he does video gameplay, and he's so funny, and I just stumbled on him. And he's been doing this for years. He's been gaming for years, and I just stumbled upon his content, and I'm not the demographic he makes that content for at all. I know I'm not the demographic, but it's so fun to watch. And the thing is that if I'm finding people who are funny and who are big, but I've never seen them before, people can find my stuff as a small creator. They'll find your stuff. 38 minutes and 38 seconds as I say that. They're going to find your stuff. They're going to enjoy what they see. They're going to want a part of it. And really, as we're doing what we're doing, y'all, as you and I are doing what we're doing, what you're really looking for are your people. You're looking for your kin, your spiritual kinfolk. Your people who understand what you're doing, who thoroughly enjoy what you're doing. You're not looking for the people who just kind of hop on a bandwagon when they see it. I mean, bandwagoners are pretty great because they boost numbers, But you're looking for people who vibe with you, who want to go with you all the way. There are content creators who I have been watching. How old am I? If I'm 32, there are people I've been watching for at least, I would say 14 years, maybe 13 years. There are people I've been watching. And it's interesting because my sister and I were talking, and she was talking about like the type of work that she would like to do. And at first, when she first got to Full Sail, she wanted to do film. And the more experience that she's getting, the more she's kind of looking at the different genres and the different avenues. And something that she told me today that I didn't realize is Grey's Anatomy has been running since, I believe, 2005, 2009. What is it? It's 2025. So I think it's been running since 2005. Grey's Anatomy has been running for 20 years. A TV show has been running for 20 years. Think about all of the people who fell in love with that show, fell out of love with it. The people who just started watching it, the people who've started watching it this year and are binging it. What is important is that you post your content. What is important is that you go to the art exposés and bring your art, even if you don't have people following you, even if you don't have people supporting you. It is so crucial and important that you start doing it, because it's going to get less and less uncomfortable as you go. And then by the time people find you, by the time your stuff starts happening, you're old hat at it. You've been doing this for a while. People get there and they're like, whoa, this is crazy. And you're like, yeah. Behold all the other stuff that I created. And they're like, oh. And you're like, yeah. So you can watch all that stuff. And then you can maybe catch up to my new stuff. Like as it's coming out. As it's happening. There is no rush, my love. There is no rush. You have all the time in the world to feel the feeling of fulfillment that comes with doing something that resonates with you. You have all the time in the world. You are loved. You really are. And I think something that is, crazy to me is that we don't know. We don't understand how loved we are. We don't understand how supported we are. But one of the ways I feel that you can start understanding is noticing the synchronicities. Start noticing things that have already fallen into place for you. Things that brought you to a certain place, that got you out of a shitty situation, or that saved your life, or situations where you met somebody who, if you hadn't met, the experiences that you had with them would not have happened. The car that you have, the house that you might have, the clothes, whatever electronic you're using to watch this video, at some point, there may have been the possibility that you wouldn't have even had it. But something happened, something lined up so that you could have it. And I think the more we focus on the things that have lined up for us to have the things that we have, and we're grateful for them, 42 minutes and 42 seconds as I say this, the more we can feel and we can resonate in that vibe of everything that is going to continue to happen for us, to have and do and be the things that we want to have and do and be. Tortoise says, you have all the time in the world. You have all the time in the world. There's no reason to rush. There's no reason to try and rush the notoriety, to rush the fame, to rush the money. Let the things happen gradually. Because how I felt tonight, I was completely engaged in the streaming. I was completely engaged. So if I'm doing that twice a week and I'm doing these videos once a week, I have less and less time to sit around and think about my soulmate. That man's gonna pop up on me one day, and it's gonna be incredibly exciting because it is going to happen when I least expect it. When I first heard people saying that, I was like, garbage. It's a lie, because I'm always expecting it, but not if you're streaming, if you're busy, if you're working on your art, your mind is busy. It doesn't have time. It doesn't have time to be obsessing over something else, because we can't hold two thoughts in our mind at the exact same time. We just don't have it in us as human beings. I mean, the people that do are like, what do you call them? They're like savants, But, yeah. A lot of firsts. A lot of firsts. At 32 years old, y'all. At 32 years old, and I know some of you who are older than me are like, please, you're not even that old. But every person, the older they get, starts to feel it because society has set it up that way. People start feeling old at 21, 22, 23. If you don't believe me, go walk onto a college campus. Walk onto a college campus and listen to how scared young women are about their shelf life. Their looks, and when they're going to start having wrinkles, and I already have crow's feet. Look at the men. Look at the fae people, our people who are all over the binary. Look at them. Go to a college campus and look at them, and look at how the same fears and concerns that we had, or that you may have had at that age, follow you. Or not follow you, but they follow us. Like, every generation has dealt with it. And it's because society really wants us to believe that our worth is in our age, that our worth is in doing everything now, speed through it, get to it. But that's not the case. We have time. We are beautiful at every aspect of our lives. We're beautiful as we age. We're amazing as we age. We're talented as we age. As we move through one phase of life into the next, we're beautiful and amazing. If you are older than me, and you're like, man, I kind of want to play video games, do that shit. Do it. There is no time like the present. That one lady, that one super old lady she was one of the elders who was sitting down in the first Black Panther movie. I believe she was in her 80s or 90s, and that was her first acting role that she'd ever had. There are so many people who didn't start acting, they didn't start singing, they didn't start writing, they didn't go for the job that they wanted until later in life. There was a man who was a mechanic, and in his 50s decided he wanted to go back to become a doctor because that was his passion. 46 minutes and 46 seconds as I say that. And he went back, he went to school, and he graduated. He became a doctor. And these stories actually happen all the time. It's just that because we're so focused on our own path and what we're doing, we don't stop to look around and pay attention. And sometimes things happen and they're not posted. You know, sometimes a person's story never gets posted. It's not public knowledge, but it happened. It's there. Bruh. We are in such an amazing time. We're in such an amazing time right now. The end of February. In October of last year, I had no idea what I was doing. I was freshly graduated. I felt lost as fuck. I couldn't land a job. I was unhappy doing most everything. I was sleeping late. I was sleeping very late in the day. And I had no idea what was going on. And now, I get up early and I work on my relationship with my inner child. And then she gives me ideas of things to work on every day. And usually those things have to do with marketing ourselves and coming up with content ideas. And it's coming so naturally. Everything else I feel like I've had to work so much harder for. And this is not one of them, which is crazy. It's the one thing that I'm not feeling like I'm having to bust my ass to do. Now I'm going to put this out here. They say that if you are streaming video games, a small percentage of people actually become successful. Successful meaning they blow up, they have large following, and they're able to make money. I don't know if my money will come from streaming. My money might come from somewhere else. It could be that as I'm doing this streaming, there might be a job that opens up for me that I take, that I want to take, and it just so happens that it's similar to streaming. I don't know. I really don't know what this path is going to do or what's going to happen. But I'm excited nonetheless. And I'm excited for y'all. Oda, I am so glad. If you're watching this video, thank you. I'm so glad that you were here. I watched a couple of your videos, thoroughly enjoyed what I saw. It's nice to have seen the type of dance that you do. And you're very passionate. And I really encourage you to do more of that if you can. Do more of it. For your inner child, for you. Breathe into those moments, into those movements, breathe into those stretches. And when you breathe, imagine that that's all you're having to do, and you're getting paid to do it. Man. You guys, life is actually amazing. My bank account's not any bigger. I did this stream, my bank account's not any bigger. I haven't had any super opportunities come down the pipeline. I've literally just been moving to do things on my side of the fence that I've been moved to do. Nothing has happened yet. At the time of recording this video, I don't have anything monetized. I'm not selling anything. I'm not making hand over fist money like in this physical reality as of yet. This is just where I am right now. And I feel like this is such a momentous time. It is a milestone, I feel like. Once I get done on Friday, it will be week 2 of me streaming, going from have never done a stream before, never had the know-how, had no idea how I would do it, to 4 different sessions of streaming and enjoying it and engaging with people. Guys, literally, the change in your life happens from one moment to the next. One day you have no idea how you're going to do something, and the next day you know exactly what you're going to do, or you have an idea, and then the next day you do it. It really changes from one moment. In one moment, you have no idea what you're going to do, and then the next moment, you go from not knowing to getting closer, and then to knowing. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I took the trash out to the dumpster, enjoyed the night, came back in, brushed my teeth, and then came in here to do this video for you guys. And I'm tired. Yeah. But this has just become a way of life for me, doing these videos at night. I know at some point it might get difficult for me to do them, but until that happens, I'm gonna keep doing them. I'm gonna keep doing these videos every night. And if you're still watching at this point and you just subscribed, welcome. You never have to like, comment, or subscribe. I want everybody comfortable here. I want everybody happy here. I want everybody to feel supported, not feel pressured to do anything. But I'm glad that you're here. For those of you that you're still watching this video, I'm really glad that you're here. It's just crazy. It's wild. It's wild to be doing. So, my advice for you is figure out a way to let up on the pressure that you have to, 52 minutes and 52 seconds as I say this, let up on the pressure that you're putting on yourself to have to achieve now, to have to do things now. When I tell you take little steps, like having some water a day, that's really what I mean. Little steps, baby steps. You do not have to, in the African Goddess Rising deck that I have, there is a card, and the card is Goddess Queen Ya Asentewa, I believe. And she is the goddess of leveling up, I believe. And she talks about quantum leaps. A quantum leap in spirit and a quantum leap emotionally and physically is quick movement forward, big movement forward. But in the description of that particular goddess, she states that, like that card in the oracle deck, she states that a lot of people think that quantum leaps are big leaps where you go from sitting in your house every day immediately to just churning out work day after day after day, and you're just making money hand over fist. But quantum leaps actually come from a lot of smaller steps. Take the steps that you can take, and don't beat yourself up about not taking the bigger steps. I think at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop looking at the analytics, unless I move to. I'm actually moved to not look at them. I don't look at the ones on YouTube. I think I looked at the ones on YouTube once, And I think it was a baseline because the universe is going to prove a point to me. But yeah. We're going to do a live. Maybe this weekend. Maybe. Depending upon how tired I am and how I'm feeling. We're going to do a live. And I can't wait to talk to y'all and see you, see what you're doing. But I have a feeling we're about to break 1K. 1,000 subscribers, guys. That's not what it's about, but when I tell you I just never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be here physically in this space right now, I mean it. I did not think I was gonna be here, bro. It's stuff that I fantasized about. Like, I fantasized about stuff like this. I imagined it. I saw other people doing it. I was like, damn, that'd be great. But I never thought that I would take the physical steps to do it. And really, all it's been taking is sitting and listening to spirit and moving as I am led. You all have access. So some of you have a feeling you're not meditating. 55 minutes and 55 seconds as I say this. So make a change and start spending some time, at least 5 to 10 minutes a day, of just sitting there and talking to yourself, or sitting there and writing in your notebook about how you're feeling, or writing in a notebook or in a notes app, and start consulting with your spirit. Start consulting with that divine energy in you, because it is waiting to help you. Your spiritual team is waiting to help you if you're not doing this already. Get back into it. Get back into the meditative process. Okay? And there's so many different types of meditation. So it doesn't have to be that you sit there and you try to clear your mind. It could be that you think of things that make you happy and you just think about those things. You think about them for a set amount of time. Okay, y'all. My loves, my beauties. My sister and I were joking. She made me laugh because I was like, yeah, you know, I have this little community that I'm building. I don't even know what to call them. And she was like, well, as you keep doing content, I'm sure they'll come up with a name for themselves. And because my username is Tato the Penguin, she was like, you can call them nestlings. And I was like, what's that? And she was like, that's apparently what, like, baby penguins in a nest are called. They're nestlings. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. So I'm tempted to be like, hello, my little nestlings. Or she said I could call y'all my French fries because I'm a potato. I don't know. Man, it's really just a good time to laugh and to joke and to just come up with dumb ideas and just write them down. It really is a good time to do that. I think that's all I have for you all this evening. This place that I am in is for you as well. This place you will be in. If you're not there already, 57 minutes and 57 seconds as I say this, if you're not there already, this is a place you're going to get to. You're going to get here. And the only way you're going to get to this place is if you're trusting your gut, is if you're following divine nudges, and if you're laying down the need to achieve and succeed. Take a step back from the rat race. Hop off that treadmill, my love, because that's not going to get you where you want to go. Hustle culture is starting to fall out of favor with human beings' physical bodies. People can't maintain it. They can't maintain it. That's a lot. Constantly losing sleep, constantly not eating, that is a lot to have to maintain. And then you're not taking care of your spiritual and your emotional and mental. Bro, you gotta take care of it. I love you guys so much. And again, every day when I open up the comments, I'm like, did something happen for one of my people? I know a lot of you watch and you lurk and you're not commenters and you don't like engage, and that's totally fine. You never have to. But if you're ever like, I kind of want to share this thing that happened to me, but it's kind of small, share it anyways, please. Share it anyways. I want to see. I want to know what's up. I want to be able to hype you. And if you don't want to be hyped, you can also say, you can also be like, yeah, I just wanted to put this here. It's a positive thing. Please don't bring attention to it. Because I know some people are like that. Don't perceive me. Anyways, I love you guys so very much. I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I hope your next 12 hours are phenomenal and that you are blessed, that you feel blessed, that some miracle comes through for you. I hope that as you're moving forward, you step away from the ideas, from the pressure that other people try to put on you, and you step further into your inner child space, further into the space of knowing that you've got this. 59 minutes and 59 seconds, let's say this. Step into that space of knowing that you've got this and that this is yours. What is this? Anything. Anything and everything. Anything and everything, my love. Alrighty, well, that's all I have for you guys. I love you so much. I will definitely talk to you again in another video, or a post, or something. I'll holler at you guys later. Mwah. Bye.